I finally managed to get my hands on the Origins Mossman. Stay tuned and I will tell you why this will be my last figure and why I am done with Mattel and their Masters of the Universe Origins line. Welcome back, and as I just said, I finally got my hands on Mossman. Now, this was not a brand new figure. I had to get a second-hand version simply because I was not prepared to pay the prices that were being asked on eBay. Now, this was a Walmart exclusive figure that retails for $40. So for the past few months, I have been going onto Walmart.com and searching for this figure, and it is not available on the website for $40. It is, however, available on the website from scalpers using Walmart's website for about anything I've seen from sort of $70 to $90, which I was not prepared to pay. I think the price is gradually coming down now, but the fact is, this is supposed to be a $40 retail price, and it is impossible to get it for that unless, of course, you have the luxury of being able to travel to numbers of different Walmart stores in the hope of finding it on the shelf. I really wanted this figure in my collection because it is one of the iconic figures from back in the 80s, and it was bothering me that I couldn't get hold of this because up until this point I have pretty much every retail release, most of the exclusive creations releases, and all the vehicles and creatures, and I wanted to keep things complete. However, this was the last straw, along with another Walmart exclusive, Duplico, which, whilst not nearly as iconic as Mossman, is one I would have liked, but again, I am not prepared to pay the scalpers' prices, especially when Walmart themselves are allowing scalpers to use their website to sell their exclusive figure. Now, to further compound matters, when the second 3-pack of Sunman figures was released as a Target exclusive, I pre-ordered that the second it went up for pre-order, and I must have approved at least half a dozen delays. And bearing in mind with Target, if you miss that email and don't approve the delay, they will cancel your order. Wasn't a problem for me. Every morning I got the email, I would authorize the delay and thought to myself, well, I've done my part, it will get delivered eventually. Well, that was until out the blue, I got the emails from Target saying, sorry, due to unforeseen circumstances, your order has been cancelled, which was a bit of a bummer. But to make matters worse, I would look at some of these online groups, and these were appearing in bulk on shelves in Target stores. So I don't know what the unforeseen circumstances were, but the fact was I had it pre-ordered from day one. I did my part in authorizing the delays, and they still cancelled on me. So I thought, you know what, F you, I am done. I'm not going to chase those figures. I'm not chasing Duplico. I only wanted him because of the fact that he was a classic figure from the 80s. Now, going forward, I believe all the sort of vintage style Origins figures will be Mattel Creations exclusives only, which in itself isn't that big of a deal because as long as you're there on time, I have had no problems ordering from the Creations website. The only problem is they charge about $7 or $8 shipping per order. So if they are releasing these vintage figures one at a time, you're already adding another $8 plus sales tax to the price of a figure, so that's already made them rather expensive. Furthermore, the retail release of the Filmation style figures, whilst they're nice, I don't need those, so I passed on those. Now, those of you who are part of my Patreon will have seen that I did receive my Snake Mountain playset. However, I immediately returned it, and the reasons for that are explained in the Patreon video, which, bearing in mind, memberships start at $1 a month. So if you want to know more, join the Patreon. It really is quite simple, and in addition to these exclusive videos, you will be entered into the prize draws. But that got me thinking, you know what, I've really enjoyed this line for the past few years, but enough is enough, and I am not going to go chasing these retail exclusives that typically end up in the hands of scalpers. I'm not going to be buying figures which, on the Creations exclusives, chances are an $18 figure suddenly becomes a $27 figure plus taxes. It's just far too much, and they really have just pushed me away. As it is, I'm thinking that I may even get rid of my vehicles and most of the creatures. I really have lost interest, and it's all because of the way Mattel have decided to distribute these figures. It's been pretty bad, really. And whilst I was lucky enough to be on board in the early days that I was able to get everything at retail, that is not the case for everyone. And bearing in mind, they did say when this line first introduced, everyone will be able to get all the figures they want. Well, that was obviously a lie. But let me know in the comments if you're like me, who are someone who really did enjoy this line, and then due to the way it's been handled by Mattel, you've been slowly but surely pushed away and are now backing out. So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you so much for watching. Please like it, please share it, and as always, stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.